It's coming! Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited, breathlessly, in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. "Look well, Wilson," Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. "For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles."
Okay, that's one way of opening your chapter. Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. In that dissertation courtroom, in that discerning courtroom experience, we were first drawn in on day one. We arrived in the country. And Chisako-san was terribly and deal that had followed close behind. We emerged victorious. However, there came an abrupt end to our communities to appear. Came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court, which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student in the law in the faraway land. So our life in our little office was quiet. That is, it was shattered that day by a fateful telegram. Greetings, everybody. I'm Gunnels3 here, and welcome to Chapter 5 of the Great Ace Detective Chronicles. Well, last time we finished Chapter 4. And now today, we're about to start the last chapter of the first game. So, with that said, from the way that opening sounded, it's not good. Let's go. Oops. Oh boy. That morning, I was woken by an unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. But after he'd gone, Suzato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Suzato-san, yes. It's time to leave for court already? Let me see, what case is it today? I don't think there's a schedule to find anyone at the moment, am I? Oh no, of course not. I'll still leave. I think Iris said she will make breakfast for us this morning. So we go down the Sholmes Street, which is Sholmes Street. Yes. Ash makes the most delicious breakfast. She does, doesn't she? And once our hands are full, we can leave for court and a fighting point. Let's see, what case is not today? Here we go again. A telegram. So what was that about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, Emily? Telegram. Sorry, but you need to go. You're not gonna get away with that. No, I didn't think I would. Actually, don't give it a moment thought. It was nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. It just means it was just a boring old telegram. That's 3 times he tried and failed to convince me it was nothing. I'll tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. Sasaki-san. Boss Sasaki-san will have to arrive back and will have to arrive back in Japan by now, Mommy. Yes, I should think so. He immediately left after that the incredible ordeal. Which would mean he would have completed the voyage or be just in a few days. Fortnight ago, we were very long. We had that very long telegram from him. Do you remember complaining sickness? But by and large, it seems that the voyage have been going well. Is something wrong, Mr. Naruto-san? I'm just wondering what might have become of Sasaki-san had he stayed in London, that's all. You mean regardless of large parts like the reason? Yes, I can now wonder if the steep things would have happened into a significant in that case. What is it they say? No one stands on the dock can be saved by the river, right? Like the way the Nightmare's trial ended the very day we arrived in London. Even 2 months on, the cause of the dreadful fire is still a mystery. Yes, but at least the Sasaki-san is safe out of the country, presumably that means. A case of the Reaper can take effect within the confines of the city, perhaps. Even that is that the case. With little comfort, I have a terrible sense of foreboding. If the legend Reaper is believed, it would mean that he wields the sword of justice himself. But to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 10 months. Surely not wielding the sword against more acquitted defendants. No, I don't think so. Apparently on Marseilles hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. Oh! Yeah, since Sasaki-san's trial. He's withdrawn from the judicial system again, it seems. Really? Just like before, when he wasn't seen in court for all those several years. So, is it just me? It's just been me who has been had to face him in the recent spate trial. Oh, so that's my luck. I wonder if luck doesn't come into it. Sorry, what was that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Oh, wait. Morning, Ram. Morning, Susie. Good morning, Iris. Iris. What is it, Luna? What is that terrible noise? Smells like a cat being... Oh, yeah, yes, you noticed that, didn't you? Really isn't the best this morning. Form this morning, it seems. He's playing violin. Hello. I guess the whole there's no case being a thing is a problem. Good morning. Good morning. To die perhaps? Oh, has something happened, Mr. Holmes? Look miserable in the way you were playing the violin before. Huh. Oh, my uncle mine is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. Yeah, he ain't wrong. That damn this Blanche's existence. That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. I'm afraid I don't understand. No cases. Well, Iris, isn't it? We have some dry toast and it's a coffee. I mean, it's not too much the trouble. Oh. Hold on. It's Wi-Fi. Good morning, boy. Oh. Oh. Reminds me of both of you two. Talk about my cats. There must be some sort of tiny door for the cat to use. But how did it get in? Well, everyone in Taco Breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you with ours. I would be really fine a day to... Oh, I know, it's something look different. Something's missing from Mr. Solon's desk. Oh, wow. Got a lot more free range this time. This is where Iris's right thumb notes isn't. Let's see, what does it say today? The Vascon Valley Mystery. Oh, how interesting. It must be the Ida's last one. Oh my. I wonder how fantastic tale awaits. His older son is like an angel. I bet he's dreaming of most unsavory crime you can imagine. To think of it, I haven't seen Iris do much writing recently. There's paper already set up in typewriter. It looks like she's about to start. But that reminds me, when I mentioned Iris was in the process of writing a full-force novel, so I was telling her, oh yes, must have been soon. Cup of tea, it's restful, warm and bland, helps me relax away my strain. England's pastime is tea. It has so much similarity to our tea ceremonies, customs of in a hospitality. And that's the idea of hospitality. Is that's the sense of the tea. It looks like the huge metal chest was being used as a table and a coffee. It seems very sturdy, but equally sturdy lock. Mr. Mario, you mustn't go opening things. I've always kept my eyes on you, don't I? You're very mysterious. How did you come to that conclusion? A running fire confronting the great again. And it definitely is feeling like the Japanese hibachi sound. Oh, look, the photograph in front of ladies display the masterpiece. Could it be? Yes, it must be the woman. Oh, how it's the woman. How is that? Is that supposed to mean something to me? And I got the trophy, the woman. There are all memories of Mr. Sol's past case, I think. Involved. If he'd been involved, I wonder if the beefsteak from La Carnival would be displayed on here. Mystery shoe, cursed hammer, some mysterious dancing man, a bust of Napoleon. Ah, what an enticing collection. It looks untidy sort of junk to me, rather like what's on my shelves. Well, you really ought to keep your things in order, Mr. Oh, no favoritisms there. Look, Mr. Sol's desk, it's completely clear. Isn't that a Nora scene usually on it? But you can never hope to understand what's going on with the great detective. Why? Next time we arrive, it might find if he's faking an entire street. That's scarily possible, actually. It is. There are all sorts of books on the shelves. Chemistry, apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It all happens so high, I can't help but feel that the whole lot is going to topple any moment. Oh, such a charming, untidy collection from our facility, isn't it? It looks messy to me. It looks like my desk. But you, Mr. Naruto, should tidy up. Oh, favoritism's there then. Where's that violin? Because there was a trophy for it. We are inscribing the wall. Bullhole. Isn't that the initials of the queen or something? It's so delightful. It's that fresh. To read about stories that's so inspiring. I've fired numerous arrows down the home that Susato, you know. Superb. But perhaps there are some things the great detective does that you don't feel need a copy. Mm-hmm. A charming little white shelf. It's full of charming little books. But the context of them are quite charming, it seems. Science in the future is the future, Mr. Naruto. We can't deny it. I saved my money so I can buy some chemistry apparatus as well. Law, chemistry, takedown throws, all diverse skills you boast, Mrs. Otto. Oh, how useful they are. I'm not sure that throwing skills are worthy inclusion nonetheless. Why did it die? You seem to be very unhappy, Mr. Soames. What happened? It used to be the case that's in my hands. This violin strung like a dawn case is mezzalent tone makes the flowers bloom. It would. But now the muse are amused with me. The goddess of music have thrown me over. Oof. What do you mean, Mr. Soames? For hours I bowed out for days, though through nights I have endeavored to know about. That sound my tone is lost. That brilliant, clear is unveiling tone. Not for her most crucial recital, unmarkable option. Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley? don't worry. I'm sure it'll come back to you in time. Heed my words, Mr. Naruto. The goddess of art are fickle. One day they bestow genius man on a man, the next day the unmerciful withdrawal of it. Oh dear. Arg! What happened to me? What's this happening? If they take the turn I have to for the violin, what left for fate's sake is left? Deduction perhaps isn't what you're known for. Let's see. I was thinking that he would move the violin somewhere. Okay. The machine. Oops. I screwed up there. Sorry about that. Good thing the B button can skip it over. The missing machine. Mr. Sholmes, I didn't like the pry button. Your desk looks rather empty today. Well done, Mrs. Otto. Your resolution skills do give credit. Oh no, Mrs. Sholmes, they pale and stiffen it in comparison to yours. You struggled not to notice, would you? Yeah. You mean Hurley's great analytics scope? Oh, that's at one bank now. Sorry, it's at Wendy Bank? No, Wendy Bank's a pawnbroker. A pawn? What? You mean you pawned that enormous machine of yours? That's its own incredible value, you can see. Quite undeservingly. But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish to consult. You had consulted us. Your situation was so desperate. I would have gladly passed some income to you. Dear madam, dead things are far desperate. But pawnbrokers have a wonderful machine. How could it be so desperate? Making us the use of a pawnbroker is quite ordinary here. I assure you. In London, I assure you. It is? It does sound ordinary. It would seem either you fully understand how pawnbroking works. What understand exactly? What exactly does it mean that we don't fully understand how pawnbroking works? To people of London, pawnbrokers are akin to banks. Banks. On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets, and trapping their pawnbroker of choice. With money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week. And then on Saturdays, they go to recover their use of the money they earn. I have no idea, but that's been fascinating listening for us. Everyone does, you see, especially in people in the inner London. They should have money to spare, shouldn't they? Oh, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn, should the need arise. Oh, houndiness. Whenever we have something that is getting in the way, we leave it at the one place, you see. A pawnbrokery that can be out of his extremely secure vault. How would that happen? Even that thought, who would have thought that even the pawnbroker is different from the Great Britain? Alright. Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you think, Hurley? Don't you, Hurley? What does it matter? The world is dead to me now. Poor guy. So now Sumi's cat seems to have settled into his own home then. Oh yes, and I became very attached to the little waggy. I would appear his previous owner is completely forgotten now. Oof. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their meows as empty as their heart, as the hearts of the muses. Not true. I own like 4 cats. If Mr. Sumi has no intention of bringing them back to the fan, I wonder why he keeps them in the first place. I thought he would have taken them if he could. But pets are strictly forbidden on a steamship in our experience. For a good reason. Terrible things can happen. The rules bastards are not obeyed. We don't... Oh, I don't mind. But Waggly is adorable. Oh. Oh, yes, he really is. Oh, what about the door? That's a cat door. I don't remember seeing that tiny hole there in the main door. Or where it came from. I keep doing that. Oh, you notice? You're an observant man, Bruno. Oh, look. Look. I'd like to use this as my latest invention. Oh, of course. What is that? Call it a cat flop-o-mat. Flop-o-mat? Gosh, a machine that makes doors just for cats. Oh, that's right. I can make the cat flap up like a fiery friend, like Wrigley in a second. All it can do in any door, no matter what it is made of. It's very powerful, you see. Wouldn't it be quicker to make a cat flip rather than making the machine a cat flip? Oh, yes, maybe, but now I can make a cat flip anywhere I like. That's wonderful. See, he really knows what it comes up to. I'm gonna measure all inventions. That's the girl. Hee hee. Oh, what was that? What was that? Oh no. Oh, it's tangled up by the real violin. I think it's a toy. Oh. What are you doing? Oh dear, what's this phone? Your precious phone. Why should I care? Why? I shouldn't be surprised. This cat is more accomplished than I know. Oof. Mr. Soames really is an poor spirit, isn't he? Oh no, I'll put it that back where it lives, I shall, early. Out of the reach of the cat as possible. Maybe we should assess the damage. Oh, this is the violin, is it? It's described as one of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari. Oh, I see. It doesn't really look anything special to me. I happened upon it to cover by the dust and languishing in a pawn shop down on an unexpected back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings. How wonderful of you. Until today, it's been my faithful companion in the great inspired performance I've made. I ask you, is there a reason to live? Is avoid the music? To tolerate the existence? No. There's none. Touché. Mr. Solms? What is it, McDermott? What? Why talk so fast? That's all they started all with team. Well, it's about your violin. It looks very different from normal, now you think about it. Home? What do you mean, Mr. Zato? Oh, Susie's right. Yes. The tone of the wood is completely different. That's not all. I'm sure there was no cracks from here before. Wait, it's not even the right size, is it? What is this? What's this? I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Holmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all. Then what? I believe it's an entirely different instrument. It's called a viola. A what? What? A viola. So, you're right. You are quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius. So, what? Pray, piece of. You're not your faithful performance partner, then. Ah, I see what must have happened. You do, Iris? This is just a simple mix-up. I might like... Yeah. So this isn't actually your violin at all, is it? It's nobody's violin, my dear fellow. It's a viola. Or a Holmes. He doesn't know. Violin over here is hackling up. Here is hackles up. Just wanting a chance to pounce on him again. Oof. I'm starting to feel quite sorry for beating up a little while. Or to beating up a little by little. Mix-up. And what do you mean by a mix-up, Iris? Well, you see, this violin, sorry, I mean viola, was at the Wendy Banks last year. Ah, that pawnbroker. Got Mr. Solms along with musical partner. There is a probability from the east, which is you are no doubt familiar, dear fellows. Always my beloved child of foul. Just let my beloved child of falls. Ah, yes, indeed. You sent your beloved violin to the wild broker in the hope that you've experienced a personal growth. Oh, that's a wonderful idea. Last week, I pawned the great analytic scope in order to release my precious instrument. But up here, the maker furnished me the tidy fiddle instead. But my ears could not deceive the hollow piece of timber. No, but you can sense it, see the fact that it's a string. A string. A fine state of affairs, this is. Why, I would say, Mr. Noto, never trust a pawnbroker. They try to fiddle with yours every time. Was that pawn really needed? Well, you really told us to use it, right? But think of pawnbrokers in the store to get involved. Oh, for little Allie, we'll get you Nora. Grocery time, toast your bacon aspects, freshen your coffee, absolutely. Eat that. There must be when you make at once. This isn't right. That's something with this auto. Without man delay. But I haven't finished my break-in. My dear fellow, certainly you don't intend to crunch your bacon as an salad bacon aspect. Alright. Say no more, let's go in. Don't worry, I'll be happy to heat it up once you get back later. Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I'm rather curious to see what a British pawnbroker looks like. Let's move. Let's go. Well, this is the British pawnbrokery. Oh my, there's all sorts of tools, contraptions I've never seen in my eyes for. Now, as the other song, spark wonders in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression you go in places like this. Yeah, yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand, it's a real thrill for me. My dear fellows, let's not forget why we're here. Oh, Mr. Holmes? We are calling a matter of business, not pleasure. And clearly Mr. Solons means business by judging by the spark of his in his eye. Ah, Mr. Solons, sir, welcome back. Did you hear that reason? Okay. Ah, well, yes, a potential customer, after all. Ah, we're a distinguished customer. We are a distinguished customer. Oh, and we're in time to form a buyer. Come, fight. Violent. Actually, would you recall this? I went retrieved from your song. He is second-rate fiddle. It's not my favorite instrument. But it's different. It's holes in it. It's not the same size. A wonderful summary of the observation, Mr. Holmes. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I went for the forgettable me. Excuse me, unmistakable pawnbroker. The only thing that makes amends. I don't think that will be necessary for you. I may just leave one thing before I follow. Ah, yes. It was you, sir, that found himself removed this item the other day, I believe. Sorry. As I recall, I entered the storm with your perpetual violin. I heard, oh yes, that I heard. Yes, you did. And when I returned the converse, you had the violin and the storm. Oh, boy. However, there's certainly no doubt the blame lies on my firmly own fault that you didn't leave. That's not my own. No. It's not mine. It's not mine. Ew. I would appear that the fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Woodmakes. Evidently, my questionability to positions, particularly is such tragic. Well, you wouldn't be Sherlock Holmes without that questionable disposition now, would you? I do believe you're right. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose, both. You are, it must be said, one of the most challenging customers. I need to remind you of a particular collection of items you brought to my door in the front of the house. Oh, peculiar items? In the extreme band, for example. An unpublished manuscript of an antivirus from Sherlock Holmes. Oh my, new published novels. An unpublished authority, you must have it. Forgive me. Wait, not. Tell me more. Unpublished stories. Now, this auto sounds really fired up now. Is there really an unpublished story under this roof? Well, one day, the gentleman here brought an old metal chest, you see. Should like to trust you to carry with us for a while. Mr. Willbank, what do you think? For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir. No, not a farther more. Its house is something very great valuable indeed. The latest manuscript. Oh, I beg your pardon. A manuscript. Do you wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed, I do. For I am confident it'll be safe here. And that was it. That's Mr. Soames' latest tale about the worldly mystery left thrown into my storeroom. So, is that really true? That's it. If I sense something that someone doesn't want to talk about that, I guess you have to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Of course, sir. Of course. That's a turn. On broken group. I wonder, could I ask you something? Gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that's it, will suit. I suppose you can offer in 6 minutes. What? I love watching that fan. The tone is somewhat dull. Sorry. Well, I spent an entire 5 minutes in this, no less. A colorful, exquisite design, exotic. It's really alright, I may say. Oh my, 5 Guinness, you say? How interesting. Why do I feel as if I first on to be here? Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I heard that pawnbrokers use like rather banks in here now and then. Yes, sir, indeed. Many customers utilize this establishment as you described. Price their items and often them a proper appropriate loan month into 2 months secure storage way. In time, they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest. Their items are happily returned. But what happens if they don't pay the money? They get sold. What do you expect? Offered for sale in my shop, or as you can see, my shelf behind me. You never sell the items before 2 months have passed. That's right, ma'am. That's right. Which means some expendable responsibilities rest on my shoulders. So the customer's belongings be lost, only recompense, and for me to end it all. The very idea, Mr. Winbanks, is absurdity. One should never talk about one's demise so casually. He says the man who's telling us that it was a good day to die in 2021. And let's not forget, I've already helped you take measures to ensure that such traffic never occurs. Oh, what measures? I engineered a simple device which Mr. Wilbanks has installed here in the shop. I call it the red-headed recorder. It's not that so, Mr. Wynn. What is what the beats I'm about? What on earth is a red-handed recorder? You use your eyes, dear fellow. There are two below the cellar. I can see. I can appear to see the camera attached to the filming device. palace too. Indeed, the camera is furnished with some hundred of pieces of culinary film. And every 30 minutes besides, the camera automatically records the appearance of a shop. Here, I have an example I can show you. Yes, the print is quarterly custom. I deliver a special type of film so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image, even in darkness. Really? As I start, alright. Yes, you can clearly see the candle on the door behind it. Look. So you see someone enter the premise will intent. Its identity will suddenly be exposed. But did you not see the photograph prints were taken every 30 minutes? Indeed, my dear madame. And why did the incident occurs between those times? One could say there may be a cruel twist of fate. I must confess your device have been giving me some cause of distress lately. I beg your pardon, Mr. Wilkinson. Wendy Banks. Surely there are anything but dishonesty or sure, you know. It's the cost of the film, sir. Your most gracious place has not one. It's not one but two cameras in the shop after all. Which means I may have to pay for 100 yearly, unless useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before it. Oof. Nevertheless, a small fee. Right, the pay is sure to see the prints of the broker now. Alright, fellas, we verge on an age where safety and security comes at a price. Oh, that's so fun. Now then, Mr. Holmes, to return your precious violin. Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Wilbanks. Perhaps there might be a mark at the end of the particular item. You try to pop it. But before anything happens to one of them, that would be the only answer. Really ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone can get hurt. Fair not. Huh? Sorry. I only loaded a single bullet. There's no one but myself that could possibly be harmed. That's not really what I mean. Good day to you then, Mr. Williams. It's been my pleasure, always Mr. Holmes. Really? Really, neighbors? Really? No, Mr. Naruto? Shall we can we explore this? What an assortment of things here on the shelf here. Crockery, footwear, clock, watches. Almost anything you can care to imagine. Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean, though? When you pawn quality pop an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the items for an agreement period, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, it gets sold. He's free to display it on the shop for sale at the price of his choosing. Oh, yes, now you explain it. Now I'm noticing a little price tag on everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear of my dear fellow. The treasurer of the university environment never embodies the student spirit. Oof. Look at the enormous arch open counters there. There's nothing else, nothing very particular about recording the items we accept. He never be one. Otherwise, he get himself into all sorts of trouble. But it might explain the thing that catches my eye far more than a ledger. This revolver here. Beyond attain a single thought of offering an article errand of my dear fellow? Huh? I assure you, Mr. Willoughbanks will not hesitate to draw the weapon at the speed of laying the partly side. Oh, you don't mean he'd close his mind out in recompense for his blunders. Oh my. But in case we never said such things, how could you have suggested? Look at this, whatever it could be for. I have no idea. There's a small catch here too, look. We're going to open it, aren't we? Why, it's amazing, those words for but we'll never manage to put back in the way it was before. What are you doing? What? Yes, nothing at all. One of the devices have a pair of windows look through it. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere. Yep, I think we know what that is. It's his jacket. It's his That's not a calendar you would easily miss, Mick. 15th April, today's date. Yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It's an Eastern style page per day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear it off the front page to reveal the following day. The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Moneybank, and who has walked off out of your with a violin before? Ooh. Well, when you agreed the storage period has passed without a repayment, articles are forfeited, you know. Can I have keep a close eye on the date? It's sometimes pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. Oh yes, you're very dedicated to your job. Very dedicated job. That globe, it's gold. It's sort of chart. Have you not seen the sign there? That sign before? No, never. The 3 golden balls are the Great Britain at least. The frontal sign of the pawnbroker. There are much more several hundred signs established, such establishments. The capital, all shown at the same time. Oh, I see. I had not imagined your ignorance was so profound. Oof. So, well, what's the significance of the 3 gold balls? Does it have something special meaning? That's exactly unimportant here, madame. You mean you don't know? Oh, of course he doesn't. box. Look at this. What that really big shiny box be? It's a gong. Oh, it's a music box. That, my dear madame, is a music box. Surely you have such a thing on my own emulation. Oh my, yes. But I certainly never seen it so large before. So, we listen well? Ah, what sublime sound. It's like the music of an angel. I've never heard anything like that before in my life. This particular specimen is of the large variety commonly found in a public house and restaurant. The metal disc inside is made of which notes to be played down or recorded. By simply replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played. My goodness, what a simple and delightful machine. Indeed, their popularity warned recently the development of the gramophone, of course. Science and technology advanced such as a long trace. There seems to be a little door hidden behind the curtain there. That leads to the storage room, where Mr. Willsbanks keeps the articles in currently current pawn. Ah, I see. There's nothing particularly interesting inside. Certainly wouldn't recommend any large citizen activity. Recommended or not, it's not something I tend to do. But one key, Mr. Willbanks keeps it in his pocket at all times. Before he sleeps, he places it into a small pot which is beside under his bed. How on earth do you know about that, Mr. Solms? I'm a detective, sir. It's my business to know what others do not. I frequently assailed by the information that I neither care nor wish to retain. Mr. Solms, you're wonderful. In the process, but if a pawnbroker ever gets his burglary. Touche! Now that it's supposed to be rather enormous machine gun, it does have two little windows through. It's a TV. How are you lighting right there, fellas? What you're looking at is a stereoscope. Fascinating. It's amplitude, I assure you. Look through the eyepiece and you'll see more. Oh, I should be late too. Excuse me for a moment. Hold on. Just before you do, there's something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to imagine it properly, the stereoscope, as it were, you'll need to be cross-eyed. However, it's beyond you of it. It is of a little consequence today. Alright, then, imagine I'm gonna try. Alright then. I need to be cross-eyed. I'm trying to look at one. What the? I don't believe it. It is a photograph, but it seems you could reach out and touch it. Yes, a sense of depth is startling, is it now? The stereoscope are one of London's main finds in fact. There are often found little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Why? Why are people meddling with such a black image? Such black magic. It's not magic, my dear. It's very well. hard, complicated to explain at present. I'll save this for another lesson another day. Oh. Well. What? Only 2 minutes for it. That ain't fair, you know it. That article is barely worth a penny, miss. I can't offer more. I was like, there's an argument that's brewing over the corner. Come on, that can't be right. Are you even asking for a butcher at all? It seems all I need. I've seen all I need, young girl. Oh, Gina. Hello. Wait, don't we don't know. Wait, don't we know you? Oh yes, it's that young lady. From Miss McGill's trial tomorrow. Her name is Gina Lestrade. Let's trade. Her chance. Use this answer. That's where her pickpocket stuff comes from. Good Gordon Barnett, you what? Thomas Lestrade, I hope you've been well. What? You remember me then, do you? Well, I remember being complicated surroundings, smoke, that's for sure. Oh, what you doing here? Down and out, all the rest of us, nothing to eat, can't pop by the weasel. Oh, sorry, coach. That's about the black uniform. Everybody's coming on. Good day, unless I'm mistaken. See one of the young pickpocket that's parents all granny. Mr. Shultz. Oh, you have something of value upon, don't you? Allow me to see the article. I shall make the video with it. I find pull the other one. I don't need help. Yeah, my business. Go on. I'll make 12 for you. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence. He's really done it. He's gone. I'm sorry, but as I said, there's no room for negotiation here. What is that thing he said? It's some kind of metal disc. And you, go on, leave me alone. Almost let's start. Just pretend around here. We shouldn't have been here. Saw someone get really stand around if she wants to. Alright, whatever. Somehow, I didn't really think you were some sort of person that used Bomberger, Miss Lestrade. Well, I am alright. I'm alone here, just like everyone else. That's the problem. That's the problem, isn't it? No, not at all. It's just, well... Oh yeah, you're... I might have been thinking something along those lines. You are not going to deny us, Naruto. Alright then, I'm going to come out and ask you straight. You pawn things that you steal from people? I don't know. Oh, best answer to that. Really, I don't know. Suppose sometimes. You're really not gonna deny either, Miss Lestrade. But not this time, I swear. That thing you want from me. It's this that Mr. Elvings is holding. That's what we should see what this is all about. Mr. Wellings, what exactly is that metal disc Mr. Lestrade bought? I've seen It seems to have hundreds of little tiny bumps on it, so I noticed. This is a music disc, you see. Used inside a music box. It's a music in a music box. What? You don't even know the music box is today. I know what a music box is. I've never seen one disc before. The small functions on metal encode the tune to be played on by the metal box. You simply insert the disc and the machine goes briefly into place. Now my grandma will tell us what tune it is on this. Well, I probably couldn't tell you that. There are some small different types of music you see, but it's made in German and Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc is made for. I see. And that's in a nutshell. I couldn't have any customers for items like this, even if somebody forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. That guy lied and he said it was, well. Ooh. Never mind, it's not right. Ain't right. This is worth good money, you know. Well then, you'll have to try your luck with another farm rubber, won't you? Alright. She's been there before, of course. She's a little tatterdemalion. I see. And bought some dubious articles and other with her every time. I'm dubious. What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer. No, this is something dubious. That she's brought. If only were that simple. Sorry. What do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket. The storage ticket. So, Mr. Lossing has been actually came to redeem an article from you today, that is. Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs sorting. Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious. There's an article in question that would have been forfeited at midnight. But she gave me the ticket for it and repaid both loans, both the loan and interest. I wish to oblige the returner of articles or what was the article? Do tell me. The little scampy is wearing it. The overcoat that she redeemed. Oh. What? Nothing wrong with it. I didn't get me. I mean, it's mine, of course. So, what about this disc then? How did it come out of this disc, something else. A new article upon. If the girl and I can agree on price. The article upon. I'm confused. I thought you said Miss Lestrade. He brought the storage a ticket today. It's really simple, quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and money owed on it, they say. For Harry, what is Harry coat was returned to her, as I understood. That's right, yes, and I rather surprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put it on this thing on, she went rifling into her pocket. Oh, you mean... Oh, don't really stare at a lady. Sorry. Oh, I see. It came from the pocket, oh, Marco did. I mean, do you mean this? Yes, exactly, ma'am. And she's immediately tried to pawn it. Or quite some I've tried as well. It's not as vicious, I think. Give it up. I was trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Is that right? My answer is positive. who deposited the overcoat were in the first place? Well, me. Doesn't really appear to be your size. Hey, old man, it's me, old man. It is, Miss Lestray. Yes, it's definitely rather suspicious. On my way, please. Who's that particularly postcard English gent? Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. What's your problem, man? There's no problem as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem with it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for hiding what you deserve. Look, and obvious, I ain't done with the... And I think if you think you're such a gent, you should know of waiting in line. Well, aren't you a feeling a little rat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. Oof. Who are you? How do you know I am? The question is, how do you not know who I am? Given the courtesy that I even to remember the face of your victims. What? You mean from you? Welker? Yes? At least I've just redeemed an article from you. No. Yes, ma'am. The article question belongs to me. I demand that we return once. Oh my. Now that's a lie. What do you call time for? Now give me back my overcoat, you vessel. Oh, and needless to say, any music disc too. No, you can't have it. You can't. It's me, old man. Or was it? Or it was. It's mine. Good gracious, Mr. Naruto. This is a very awkward situation. Yes. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the theory in more detail. That looks like he's decent. Let's say, what's this gentleman saying? What do you think? It's a lie, obviously. I swear it's not life. I ain't laid a hand to Danny before. Let's hear it now, young Ruffman. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you bought in here. No, I swear it. I swear to God. It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the streets and minding my own business when that little gremlin ran up to me and all at once knew what happened. I believe I've been robbed again, I thought myself. Oh, the Mrs. Pickpocket. Yet again. Oh, yes. As you see, I am a man of impeccable style. Well, this isn't the first time I've been targeted by these scoundrels. Oof. Now then. Come along, let's straight. Give the good gentleman back his coat. If you're going to cause trouble, I have no choice but to call the police. Oh God, no. Oh God, why is everybody thinking it's me? Look, this Danny coat. And you think I'm dodging one? I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you. Oh, what about the evidence? What about evidence? Yeah. Where is the other evidence that I've stolen it? Oh, I have evidence, naturally. You what? Evidence is that article from that trade belongs to the gentleman? Of course, we need a consultant. Name? Oh, yes, brother. sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Oh? I asked my customers' names. It's strictly policy of mine. But why not? Well, now, as you can imagine, some of the have circumstances to consider. Great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. Yes, I see. But how can you know if the article belongs to him if you ask to redeem it? Oh, that's quite simple. Good sir. I have trouble for the Watchwood, for the Watchwood associate with the article in question. Of course, it's the professor. Yes, that's right. All the evidence that we need. Ellen's rightful owner of the article, no doubt. Watchwood. Interesting. Watchwords. Nerds. So, about the watchwords, Mr. Wendell. As I explained, I never ask a customer name that they deposit the items with. There are many reasons why certain customers would like to keep their activities a secret. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it? The great detective have no dark secrets, none at all. Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchwood whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like a secret combination of numbers used to unlock my vault. The vault. Date of deposit, description, and a watchwood uniquely identify each item. And of course, I can give them a store ticket. When someone redeems something, I ask for the ticket and the watchwood. And someone tells you the correct watchword, you are to the article. That's right, sir. Yes. And just as soon as the relinquishes fee paid. And I have supplied you with the information required, but the avoidance of doubt. The article in question is an overcoat. It was deposited 2 months ago, February 15th. Watch for it, Professor. Perfectly correct information, sir. What? Ow. That really is beyond a joke now. There is no further reason of doubt. You're a ghost guard gentleman. Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect an inquirer to introduce myself at first. Oh, clearly you're not British, so perhaps one foreigner to you? Oh, sorry, yes, from Eastern Japan. We're sitting here. Oh, yes, Japan. I heard talk of the place. Or talk of the place. An animal has varied browns, color soup, rest of exotic spices. You might be thinking of somewhere else. And that's where the actual designation is about. Perhaps anyway, if you're a gentleman, sir, offer your name first before inquiring after another. Oh, of course. Yes, I'm Reno Nurasaki. I'm a lawyer, and a student of law here. I see. My name is Bernadette. Edgar Bernadette. Of course, this guy would have a new distinct name. Enchante. So he's refined to hold his own self how he speaks. But his name is suspicious. I have to wait. Now, I have a matter at hand. And my overcoat returned at once. Someone with the star will carry it all. Every move makes, every breath he takes. I can't stop watching him. So let's be in the matter. And thank you for the customs, Mr. Agent Burnett. Such a reasonable rate of interest, I may even decide to come back. This is why I hate grown-ups. It's cause as I'm a diver, I think that's making me a liar. And the contents of the coat pocket, if you please, Booker. But of course, sir, here's the dispute for you. Just this one. Pardon me, sir? I was expecting another, that is deposited in this. Oh dear. I already confirmed you, sir, that was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. That this happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely aware until now. So, darling, you're hiding more than mine? Says who? I don't even know nothing about it. Very well. Now so I'll bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. Wait a minute. That disc is mine. What do you think you're doing? You look. You drawn blood. You filthy animal. Oh my, yes, there's blood on the disc. It's because of that little bumps. There must have been a scratched finger on them. I found it first, alright. I mean, it belongs to me. Yet, you're inviting, aren't you? You take it. Me. If I ought to leave again, off of me again, she'll be keeping. Oh, so long that why is this so important to her? You there in the black room. Look this one. Oh, don't do it. He's lying. He's a grown-up. What are you? Am I going to resolve this? Oh, hi. What a peculiar situation we are in. Mr. Holmes? Why are you examining such an interesting game? So, you found me at last. That's an order. Alright. After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows. Rarely I'm sorry for the rest of the fellowship. I had nothing to occupy my mind, but I was too ashamed to see what downfall has done to me. Finding mock interest, I returned to examine the tedious trinket to a desolate place. With the depths of my desire, how could you? It's lonely, so desperate, lonely. Why on earth are you enjoying the conversation? The thing is, it's gone from bad to worse, you know. Yes, I overheard as much of your conversation, or rather, the craving for human contact. My ears devoured every word I uttered. You really were sad, weren't you? Poor Master Holmes, you really feel awful for you. It would seem my interference are correct. What are you talking about? What? Surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved a certain case again? Oh, I do right now. Something I want. Something I wonder. Or where my genius deductions come and dies. Nice. I'm fine for it. Mr. Solms had another flash of inspiration. But who knows what was all between Miss Lost and the mysterious gentleman. What is the right thing to do? Listen to seduction. Of course, we're gonna get this. As long as say, if you yourself is something that's fine. Where the places have you been? Yeah. Found when the lady's in trouble, a true gent is up there, so not on an hour later. Harsh. I pray you tell your part. Are you? Is there eager running it? You have my eye. Secondly, away. First, you're first. Nevertheless, there's two replications on. I beg your pardon. First, at this. The true reason for your visit from today is and the second is this. The custom will find a compliment when you orchestrate with the stealing of vast money. Oh, Mr. Bernadette, what? Oh, he turned white. It's hard-boiled egg. It would seem, once again, Mr. Solms made a false deduction. I see how you think you are, sir. Yes. I hope so, as I hope. That precisely painted expression I was looking for. Sherlock Holmes. Oh, again, that time has come for yet another Sherlock Holmes. Oh, here we go again. Mystery man's aim. All we must ask ourselves, what business do you venture into the power of identity? You claim to follow the pickpocket here, have a redemption the ticket stolen on your street. But that's most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. It is real that you hold up on your hand. What brought you to the shop in the first place? Exactly. The piece of paper in your hand, I want to shop. I very much of doubt. Realize that your main appearance may not be your type of play. In other words, you're not one of those. Your cane is unwillingly clutching your person is an uncountable contradiction. What other rot? I've had this cane for years. The contradiction lies to speak, of course, the missing truffle. The end of a walking cane will be terminated with the metal fertile on tip. Yet, detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of the stick has been utterly bare. Therefore, there's only one conclusion: the root of the hole in the hand is walking cane. It is in fact the cane isn't that simple enough. Ah, you recoil sign. Is something wrong? Recording. what's the truth behind the red book? And all what the family shows the conceals. So that's just as wherever else. Your walking cane demands a short handle. Use that. Of course, as I said, there's no walking cane. No, it's a rod. That's a rod. It's the broken shut handle of the shut. What? What are you saying? No, I'm oh boy. No, I must continue. For the most expensive detail of the rhyme, you've been playing. This is a loser. As soon as I have gentleman attendants evacuated around the over with a broken shovel, what on earth do I suppose I would expect from there? So long foreign treasure, I suppose? Such as a fantasy theory, as what possible reasons do I have said? Oh, well, there's a simple reason. Are you aware of Mr. Bernadette? I urging a glance. I hope you... Oh, what? I consider the motive of a man that buried the shop we could dig into at least before. Answer receives a console office. Letter gives a notice to public to carry out the local area. According to close the pane of urban company sewage work. Beneath the shop, and less than another one runs underneath the bank. Madness has entered this man said, how is that? By evacuating the ground beneath your feet. It would gain access and waterway. Very close. Oh, bolt. Financial opposite. Are you? And some reason, you advise him. What bring you? Quite serious. I'm going to consider ourselves someday. Naturally, the answer is no sooner do, is it? I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway. I'll bet you the postcard. There's that. Boston. Yeah, Arden. I'm gonna compelling. This guy is real. Hi. This guy is full of himself. Gregson told me in strict confidence. You just announced everyone here rather loud, in fact. And if there's such a big secret, why must Verna come to find out about it? There could be one explanation. Certainly it's because the man's a criminal. But what if he didn't do anything about the money in the vault? If he's a criminal, you say. They're buying a new shovel. Oh, they're sure that only secrets. Oh, if he doesn't, then most ranks will. He's already, shovels here forever. Oh my life. I assure you, I'm not scrupulous. Well, hopefully that taught you how to listen. It's sensitive information, something a lot most care. One can never summon private secrets, goes on, or perhaps I think twice before considering the next time, Mr. Holmes. What an excellent idea, an excellent idea. Well, Mr. Monroe, you know what to do, I'm sure. Yes, let's listen to the great deduction again and see where we can find the message in the shape. And let's start once more from the beginning. Sherlock Holmes, magnificent, logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh boy. Hold it, Mr. Holmes. God, I love this guy. While my muscle is only the Bernadette here in order to apply for a job so he can dig down on the floor. As I attempted to tunnel sewers to gain access to money involved in the bank roads, but he wouldn't get far with a broken shovel. Would no. I think would be fair. His modus is elsewhere. For question, what did bring Mr. Bernadette your? Oh my. Oh, look at that. Scribbled notes on the back of the flyer. I don't believe it. What is it? Listen to what it says. Engineering Garcelle. Height 5'4", 5'2". Ring cap, white, puffy white coat. Grubby white short. Blue, shot red. That's even sketch. Yeah, although it showed her, she's fired that smoke grenade in the launcher. Looks like a detail she would have been written in there. That makes Farmer bank shot redemption declined. That's today's day. Why would Mr. Ned have all that information squad?
Take that!
Alright, so, by fellow, it would appear writing on the back sketches of Vice Flyer. Alright, hanging a pickpocket in his large south hand when making breakfast. You originally told us that only you managed to give her. But sir, I think that's about a lie. If it eventually is back on the flyer led you here today, which means here in Winston Falkbury today, redemption declined that overcoat. So you waited outside for the young girl matching your description written down the right. And you have gone some lengths to hide some reasoning You ever seen this? In other words, there is some ulterior motive of actions. A king, I don't know. Speak is, of course, the mystery. What's a fertile? It's a metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane. But that makes no sense. Nice cracked sound on the pavement. Yes, exactly. And Mr. Solms is right to appear to be but that doesn't actually make it look broken, does it? No, it doesn't. The gentleman did recoil. When Mr. Solms identified the cane as suspicious. In other words, there's something secret about the cane that Mr. Bernadette wouldn't rather be let do. Yeah. There, Susano. Looks like some lettering handle. Yes, that must be it. Initials, I think. And it's West. It's customary for to grave their belongings, the first letter of their names. It comes should be HS. That's right. The game's obviously. A G. Why do I have a feeling that's not quite right?
Take that!
A contradiction I speak of course, is the initial. Absolute observation. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Eggert, running it? Or lead the police or your initials is EB. But in most particular manner, you have a grasp on the bearing of initials AG. Continually, indeed, you would not agree. No, you're wrong. You said before, you had that cane for years. Don't try to tell us that you borrowed it from a friend and found it in the park. In short, although you had it yourself, you gentlemen, you were told your true name. Sir, something's wrong. It will eventually lead to the next commando. Maybe what's the truth behind your rod? Yes, your recollection betrays the truth. The handle which you eventually tells conceals that. Let's consider the bare bones of what happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed that fine look of overcoat. And now the mysterious African introduced himself as a fake name, claiming the overcoat belongs to him. But we know particular identified Miss Losted's written description, which suggests everything else he told us is untrue. That's what we need to do here. Somehow prove that the overcoat cannot be possibly belong to him. There we go. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, there seems to be coming apart. Look. It is. So it is. Do I know for a moment Mr. Bernadette was surprised by something. That's what he said. I thought I heard a rather strange noise screaming. But it's rather possible it seems a ripping open. It seems like a very large tight fit. The sleeves stretch, and it's bursting. He wouldn't have hoped lasting in front. But if we were to run around, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. I like to see. Sorry. How we make more surrender? So you really gonna do this, give this thing? That's a lot.
Take that!
Let's play the scene. Let's play the scene. You eventually, gently would like to conceal the key information in the red lacy. Yes, because the overcoat is obviously poorly fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulder, it seems already breaking apart. My suspicions were aroused from the outset. When you gladly lied about your name, you my pockets. Maybe so far one rare songs. What irks me is this. Oh, climate. Send what the things. Leave her be. He's just laying down. Leave her be, Benny. Bug. Can you two leave each other alone, please? Leave her be. Pity, because all surrounding areas is like, leave her alone. Can you see you two are getting along right now? You can't deny no mysterious gentleman did know the watchword. The professor. Yeah, if you didn't know that word, West Bank would never allow you to redeem the article. Or it looks the other way. You didn't know the West Bank would redeem the article, and yours does not. So the question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword comma? That's Mr. Otto. It appears to be a memento Mr. West Bank scribbled down himself. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, Professor. Mr. Ruckbanks must have the watch that is last given and the alarmingly scary clear script as well. Oh dear, I don't know where to look. Why doesn't secret that might be?
Take that!
The master is real by the outlet on the counter which your eyes were inherently drawn to. Thus, the broker here follows the same procedures whenever a customer redeems an article. Ask the customer for a watchword and note the response in the ugly notelet has done. Then consults the ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches the particular item. I would say nothing less than a diligent pawnbroker. But his diligence is clearly to its disadvantage. What are you talking about? It's increasingly apparent that you were present in the shop before the custom accusation against Michael Listen. In all likelihood, your fellow evolver inside was also when the Delta broker Watchwood committed the fox practice. Reserve the writing in the words for and that, sir, was the master finding the device to steal the fun article the young Miss Felicity. That's the last chapter. Why would you ever go back to the lengths of... are you quite serious? Hello. From Miss McGildet. Hello. To somebody named... Or Mr. McGildet. McGildet? It couldn't be. But it is Mr. Narrative. A name I shall never forget as long as I live. But why? Why is his name on this? You see, the music box disc tells us what we need to know. What's that on the back? And it reads Pharmacist McGildet. Mr. Magnus McGildet. The unfortunate philosopher who perished curiously under circumstances that are badly 2 months ago. A prominent man in London through his loans, mongering through the administrative script. Oh, you're an associate of his, or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGillet was a man of unusual stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for the fit of that overcoat you squeeze yourself in. Odd. Your truly identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Benedict. But that's clearly the reason why you're a pawnbroker today. Or retrieve an article left behind. Vital let Mr. McGillet. Well, the acquiring items deposited by Mr. McGildet. Resolved. So basically, he is still owning it, but it's not bad, though. Well, Mr. Magnus McGildet. Not a name I expect to hear in these circumstances. Mr. Soames, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Why tell, Mr. Soto? Well, according to what Mr. Mulvaney told us earlier, today is the final day in which the coat could have been redeemed, was it not? Yes, ma'am, that's correct. Today was precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Well, today's the 15th, so 2 months ago today would have been February 15th, sir. That's right. It was currently recorded in my ledger. That was at 10:30 p.m. I see. Wait a minute. That was around the time he died, didn't it? What? What? That suggests... Yes, and February 15th. It's precisely the day in which the omnibus murder took place. And half past 10 in the evening. Precisely the time we watched the terrible event were unfolding. Suggestive, in the words, it would seem the matter entirely beyond coincidence. You are, of course, at liberty to take whatever alleged deductions you offer to us, however. I must insist you hand over the music box just now. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in the box. Oh, why'd I do? It doesn't matter what you choose. You could shoot me any moment. I hate to give in, but another choice I have to. Mr. Willowbanks, this is my shop. I can't allow you to harm my customers if that would happen. I also have to take my own life. Mr. Willowbanks, no. That's right, that's enough. Inspector Gregson. Inspector. That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of your deduction emergency lines. So, we got here fast as we could. Now, what's it all about? Please, to be here at last. I'm a moment away from forfeiting my life and the mindless assassin. I see you have the upper hand. Right? You lot got an explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty arguing about it. Petty? Mr. Willowbanks, we nearly met our end. Yeah, by his own gun, as far as I can tell. Oh dear me. The whole Britain would meet with its end if I didn't get to the bottom of the case. I'm supposing we be working it on. What on earth is the case, Inspector? Spare no detail, Gregson. I said a little too much. No matter, it's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you will be coming with me down to the station. And, of course, Inspector. He's getting away. After him, lads. What's There's been a spat of thefts at pawn shops around here recently. We've fitted emergency buttons underneath the counter for brokers to let us know when the terrible troubles happen. Oh, Inspector, I was very worried for a while, very worried indeed. And now that Mr. permanently in mourning. Oh, yes. I'll be taking that whatever it is, Mr. McGill, down to the yard. Thank you very much. Sign it over. Oh, yes, of course. Oh, I don't give it in. Oh, it's mine. It's mine. I'm sorry, miss. But anything that belongs to Mr. Gilden has to be taken in for evidence now. Evidence. If the police demand it as evidence, my dear, the fellow, well, we have no choice to cover all the bait. It's yours, Inspector. And so we handed Mr. McGilden's disc over to Inspector Gregson, and were summarily turfed out of the shop, onto the streets. Well, that's one way to end part one. Alright, I think that's a good enough time to call it a stream. Oh, special for today. Tomorrow we'll start part 2. Oh, sorry for not talking much during most of that. It's like, they were talking so quickly, it's like hard to speak, and most of the lines are like already been said. With that said, guys, I'm MGunnel3. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. See you then.